A teacher in Houston has been disciplined because of a comment he made to a Muslim student. We actually have a local news report from KTRK, and they explain what the teacher said to the student and why there's all this commotion surrounding this story. Let's watch.
First, we should say the little girl involved was too embarrassed to talk about it. But the mother of a classmate was not embarrassed. She's upset, saying that this inappropriate comment happened at the one place where a child should feel safe, inside the classroom. This Friendswood mom says she was offended by what her daughter says happened yesterday in 9th grade algebra.
The teacher told the student that, "I bet you're grieving," and she basically looked at him and was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "I heard about your uncle's death." And she said, "Wow," because she understood that he was referring to Osama Bin Laden being killed and was racially profiling her.
The remark was made to a classmate, an American-born girl of Muslim faith. It happened at Clear Brook High School in the Clear Creek School District.
The student ended up crying over what was said to her by the teacher, and the teacher asked her why was she crying, and another student made the remark, "Because of what you said to her earlier," and his response was, "Oh, okay," and just kind of smirked and giggled and walked away.
The mom wanted to speak out about the incident, but wanted us to protect her identity, saying she doesn't want any retaliation against her daughter or the girl who experienced the inappropriate comment. The Clear Creek School District was quick to respond, confirming what was said and saying in a prepared statement the teacher's comments are not reflective of the staff at Clear Brook High School or anyone within the Clear Creek School District. They also said the teacher is now on administrative leave. The Islamic Society of Greater Houston agrees with the action, saying they believe the incident is isolated. The group does not call for any more response.
A lot of people are ignorant in the world, so you just have to ignore them.
All right, my two favorite parts of that story is, so we hid her identity, except for her red hair and all those tattoos that are super obvious.
I know.
Like, is there anyone in the community who doesn't know who that person is? Like, they might as well have showed the tattoo that said, like, "My name is Sally."
I know.
Right. The second favorite part is the Muslim group's reaction. That doesn't happen often, where they're like, "Hey, you know what? They took some action. Good enough. We're letting it go."
No, but I love that. I love that, there wasn't any type of fake outrage around this story.
Right.
Some people are upset about it, of course. The student's mom is upset. The student herself, of course, is upset.
Nobody sued anybody, but the teacher's on administrative leave.
Yes.
And everybody's like, all right, justice, and we move on.
Yeah, I think that's the way most situations should work. The teacher gets
some sort of sanction.
Something, yeah, right. But you can't go around telling Muslim students, like, "Oh, you must be so sad that your uncle passed away."
Yeah, and think about this, too. Like, he does that to a young girl. I mean, what kind of teacher picks on a young girl on any topic, let alone this, and then makes assumptions like that based on her background? Does he make assumptions about other people's background, et cetera? So if I was the principal, yeah, administrative leave, and then I'd have a real talking to this guy and find out what his story is. And if his story ain't right, then, then we have another conversation.
What does it mean? I think this is an instant fireable offense. Why is this? What's administrative leave? Oh, now you learn your lesson. You're not a bigot anymore. Hell no. Get him the fuck out. He's done. This is 0 strikes. This is 0 tolerance. How else does he treat this kid? What does he think of her when he's grading her papers before Osama Bin Laden was killed? All this stuff. This guy is a horrible person. I mean, people, your boy from the Steelers, I saw some tweets and just little comments. Oh, they should totally kick him off the team. For his tweets, they should kick him off the team. But this guy gets administrative leave? Well, this is ridiculous.
Man, JR's the hanging judge today. I didn't see that coming. Okay, no, I hear you. I mean, I understand that because, look, the part you got me with is her grades, right? Is he like every time like, "Oh, yeah, Muslim, yeah. I don't think so. C-." And it's not just her, of course. What if there are other Muslim students, etc.? But I guess I'm a little bit more merciful than you are in that I really would want to have a conversation with the guy, and I don't want it to fake apologies. It's not about that, right? I want to see where he's coming from. Like, maybe he made a stupid joke, right? And you're like, come on now, dude. You get why that's incredibly dumb? Or he has this attitude like, "Oh, yeah, you know how they are." Then I go to JR's corner, and I'm like, all right, thank you very much, but your work is done here.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward your argument, Cenk, because I think that the investigation is the most important aspect of this. Because you're right, there is a tiny possibility where he thought he was a smartass and he was just trying to be funny. That doesn't mean that it's excusable, right? But if he did it because he genuinely dislikes Muslims and he discriminates against his Muslim students, that's when it's a fireable offense, in my opinion.